And Jackson Satchel viewers. Today we're going to be doing another live stream. Also, we're going to be talking about whether or not what you guys think about the F-35 replacing the A-10 Warthog. If that's not interesting, tell me what is, because that's pretty interesting. Now, for next, what do you guys think about that? Not only is there a possibility that the F-35 could replace the A-10 Warthog, but that it could also replace not just the A-10 Warthog, but in addition, the F-16. Now, if you like the F-16, that's probably a pretty big problem, because there are possibilities that the F-35 could replace it. No one wants the F-16 replaced. It's a pretty fun plane. In addition, the F-35 could also be used I'm pretty sure it's a multi-air combat role plane, so that's pretty insane. So one of the next things I was thinking about talking about today would be, do you guys have any plane that you guys would want to see next? And did you guys hear about the Dallas Air Show crash? That's insane. Speaking of the Dallas Air Show crash, I am actually pretty darn sad for multiple reasons. First of all the people who died. That is horrible that they would all just crash and die. That's pretty darn bad, honestly. But in addition, we also lost B-17s, or at least one B-17, and no one wants to hear about that. I mean, that's just horrible. People dying and loss of incredible planes. Like, that's just ridiculously horrible. So, that is awful, and that is one of the latest fighter jet news, aircraft news for you guys. I know you guys want to stay up to date on that sort of stuff, so that's one thing on that category. It's not a particularly happy one, but you guys probably would want to know that sort of thing, because it is huge. Now, it wasn't just that it happened to crash, it crashed midair, and if you're thinking right now, then you're probably also thinking that, oh wait, how could it have crashed midair? Well, because planes don't just crash. How would they? Normally they have to have ground or something. But the reason it crashed midair and the way it was able to was, unfortunately, it crashed into yet another plane. So more people dead. Another great World War II plane gone. So yeah, that's horrible. Not a particularly uplifting one today, unfortunately, guys. But on other news, I thought this isn't particularly news, but it's also worth just mentioning, because another thing that you guys might find funny as my viewers is that China actually, I'm pretty sure, tried to purchase another fact about aircraft carriers for you guys. China tried to purchase an aircraft carrier from Russia, saying that the aircraft carrier would be, are you ready for it? The aircraft carrier was going to be used as, you guys ready? A casino, a floating casino. They wanted it to be called like a actual floating casino. Now, if that's not crazy, tell me what is. So, next, I've got more things ready to prepare for you guys, and so far nobody is watching. So, I would just also like to point out that since nobody is watching, anybody who does join will have their questions immediately answered and will get attention. I'm going to re-edit my title. Hello, I'm back again. Also, tell me what you guys think about this mask. You like it? You think it's overkill, underkill? Do you like the smiley face? I thought it looked. I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen Dream, but if you have, you'll know that he kind of has that same kind of smiley thing. Another thing would be to point out. 1 second, let me look at my notes because I do take notes. Oh yeah, I was going to explain Pearl Harbor and that. So Pearl Harbor has actually happened on December 7th, 1941. I'm pretty sure it was. Don't quote me on the year, but it was December 7th, and December 7th is actually coming up relatively quickly because we are approaching the holidays. And what happened was it was a Japanese attack on a U.S. base in the Pacific, Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. And if you've been watching my videos, you might know what the most important part of a fleet is. It is the aircraft carriers. And if you watched my aircraft carrier video, which you should watch, you'd know that they actually go, and the aircraft carriers are always protected by a fleet. But since the aircraft carrier is the most important part, that's the part they went for the most. So the aircraft carriers were actually bombed, and they tried to get them in the dry docks. Now, if you don't know what a dry dock is the dock where a ship is either being repaired or any number of various things where it needs maintenance or all of the other sort of things. Now, what happened was after that before that, the U.S. was not in World War II at all. But after that, the U.S. decided to get involved. I mean, yeah, it kind of makes sense. And another fun fact is the USS Arizona, is actually still emitting and putting out oil into the ocean to this very day. Yes, I'm pretty sure they call it the something about the Tears of the Arizona or something. But yes, you can actually, if you see where it was sunk, which is actually where it is still right now. There's a memorial and there's a Tears of the Arizona because it had so many gallons of oil on it when it was sunk that it's still oil bubbles out, which is pretty crazy considering that was around 80 years ago. Tell me how your guys' days are going. I'd love to hear it. If you guys are interested, I'd love to just see you guys, hear what you guys are thinking about my latest videos. I've got quite a few up lately. Do you guys like the outdoor products? I did a live stream the other day, and the people on that one said that they were not actually as much of a fan of my aircraft videos and were more of a fan of my outdoor products. So if you get on and tell me differently, that'd be the first opposing opposition to that idea. But if not, then I guess it's not. Given that no one is here, I think now would be a good time to just address the elephant in the room, or I should say the box. Back to the box. How do you guys like it? If you guys, I have some more facts and interesting things to give to you. Oh yes, next, Disneyland. Did you know that you can actually not fly over Disneyland in an aircraft? You will actually be intercepted by fighter jets if you do, because it's protected airspace. Now that is pretty crazy. You can't actually fly over Disneyland because it's protected airspace. And everybody guessed. That's pretty insane if you ask me. Also, I've got more facts for you because I never come unprepared. Well, I did the first time, but after that I was like, whoa, I should not be coming unprepared. Did you know that a pilot once shot down his own plane because he flew into his own bullets? That's right, a pilot once actually shot down his own plane because he flew into his own bullets. Never would have guessed, right? Well, it's true. If you wouldn't have guessed that, then please click on this video because I've got so much more I have so many more facts to share with you guys, and I'd love to share them with you. I'm going to put up a post for you guys so that those of you who aren't watching can watch. There, now that it's getting posted, I'm hoping some more of you guys, my great viewers, will join on. I'm just interested to see what you guys have to say, see what's going on with you guys. I've got more facts for you. And also, to respond to a comment I got, the comment said something to the effect of, if you haven't seen my ranking the top 6 fighter jets, you should go watch that, otherwise this will be a bit of a spoiler. But the comment said something to the effect of, you should, because I ranked the F-15 Eagle first, and the F-14 second, and the F-35 sixth. Well, that is purely based on statistics. It wasn't even my own personal favorite. But I got a comment saying the F-35 would be able to beat an F-15 in a fight any day. But I also, there's something that commenter did not think of, or did but didn't put in their comment, which is that an F-35, because it's so much more higher tech, like they said, would probably actually could be more susceptible to being, for example, knocked out of the sky by like radar flashes or other things that can immobilized aircraft than an F-15 or 14, because they are older and require less running on like the newest programs and everything. For example, an F-22, which is the most high-tech plane in the world right now, actually was shut down and crashed due to a computer crash because it couldn't cross the international date line. Some of you guys in the comments didn't even believe that happened, but yes, I'll elaborate more. So they were doing the testing for it, which they have to do for every fighter jet, and the fighter jet had a computer crash when they crossed the international date line in the Pacific Ocean. So, I mean, the higher tech you go, the more possible problems you could have with systems and programs and that sort of genre of errors that you can run into. Now, also, did you know that an F-15 took out a satellite? Yep, I'm pretty sure it only happened once ever, but an F-15 flew up and used a satellite killing missile to take a satellite out of the sky, which is pretty insane. Also, comment down below if you know the reason for why fighter jets refuel midair. I don't get, like, why couldn't they just land and then refuel? It would seem simpler. I mean, they do it in private jets and private. They have to land and then they refuel and get back out into the sky. But I don't get why fighter jets have to like stay up there and have special planes waste more gas by going up into the sky and then refueling the other ones. Like, it doesn't make sense. Please comment down below if you have any sort of reasoning for that, because that is one of life's biggest mysteries. Also, which types of videos are you guys enjoying the most? And what other things are you guys thinking about? Like, what are your favorite topics? Do you want to see more aircraft, or what are you guys thinking? I'm gonna be stopping this live stream and going on and then restarting. Thank you. One sec.